Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Please delete as applicable because this is the internet and time zones are a real thing. Okay, we seem to have a sum total of no people here. Oh, two people in. Okay, can we get an audio check in the chat, please? Just so as I know that people can hear this. Thank you. And what have we got coming up today? We're going to talk about cities or the things currently being described as cities that are far from cities. We're going to have a bit of madness. Oh, here we go. Hoyt Ragnar, Aaron Spear, audio good, excellent, thank you. James Hayworth, thanks for coming in. Welcome, brother. Glad to have you here. Say, guys, yes, the cock stream. Chris and Ev seem to have this thing. It's turning into a meme where I pick a random time to stream because I think when Chris does the same thing and he comes on after me. So then I said about watch Chris stream, which again was another cracker this morning. And then I go. But then again, it does mean that I'll get a couple of scrubs in here from Chris's stream. So it's all good. We're good with that. Steve Cray, what about you? Hope you're well. Yes. So what was I saying? What we're going to do today, we're going to talk about the cities or those things currently being described as cities. We're going to have more madness. We're going to have some clips, some crazy sports, and at some stage we'll probably open on and let some of you good people come on for a chatter. Today's been a dozy running around with the kids. Enjoy it because they don't be that long for that small for that long. Enjoy it while it's there. He might live. Bass, what about you, chum? He might live in a very big house in the country, but I'm working out of a small one-bedroom flat. Well, it's all good because I never have to cut grass ever again. I've been watching Net Survivors. Was that your recommendation, Rex? 6 episodes in and loving it. Very good. Sounds like a good show. There we go. What are we going to do? Right. We're going to... 1 second. We haven't had a poem in a while, so we'll kick off with a poem. To get us off and running with a nice little bit of poetry. This one's called The Quest. The young man who had embarked on the journey with a thirst for enlightenment had become old. His weary bones felt the chill. His mind was tired and confused. It was not the frigid cold that he endured when he met the Inuit elders. This was more akin to a coldness founded in despair. This brought forth memories of other climatic conditions he had encountered. The humid rainforests where he had talked with the Wyoming Sherman, or the arid desert where he had ate peyote with the Navajo chief, both of which starkly contrasted with the comfortable coffee shop where he had exchanged experiences with the exiled Dalai Lama. Was it conspiracy or coincidence that every enlightened soul carried the same message? Even the yogis in India's Syrian heat had whispered the same words. Epstein did not kill himself. So there you go. That was a little poem. Hope you liked it. Yes, I get that it was a blur, a blur reference. Thanks very much, boss. What have we got? We're going to do a little bit of Nitrous Circus. A very, very small bit. We're just going to watch Thank you, Steve. We're gonna we're gonna go with a little bit of Nature Circus. Clips. Right. So we get the first ones coming up here. Oh, actually, no. We'll leave that for a minute. We're going to go on to our first subject, and here we go. This one comes with a little song. Well, it's not so much a song. It's I've got a hold of some on-scene footage from the Amber Heard trial. We've actually got Captain Jack Sparrow's testimony. So I'm going to just have a look at that. I just get it lined up here. Is this some sort?
My mummy is a superhero. She works at...
Right, hold on. I have to just get past the advertisements and get ourselves all lined up. We need to go to theater mode. Take this back. Knock that off. Back to StreamYard. Share screen. 1 second. It'll be with you in a minute. I'm going to play this for a second, and you can just give us a quick audio check.
We now invite Captain Jack Sparrow.
It's not, boss, I've heard that song. It's not that one you're getting. Did the audio come up in that? Please, anyone? Audio good. Rags, thank you very much. Here we go. We shall continue.
We now invite Captain Jack Sparrow to the stand.
There once was a girl who made a turd on the bed.
Objection, hearsay. Objection overruled. Mr. Sparrow, please continue.
There once was a girl who made a turd on the bed, and her name was Amber Heard. She made stuff up to bring Johnny down, so up to court they go. Soon may the verdict come that Amber's lying out her bum. We'll drink a mega pints of rum when Johnny's free to go. If it wasn't enough to soil the bed, she cut off his finger and bashed his head on the door, and yet she still said she couldn't hurt him so. Soon may the verdict come that Amber's lying out her bum. We'll drink a mega pints of rum when Johnny's free to go. Objection, hearsay all day long. Amber's lawyers can find no wrong. Johnny hits the drink and a massive bung, but did he hit her though? No! Soon may the verdict come that Amber's lying out her bum. We'll drink a mega pint of rum when Johnny's free to go. Amber in a desperate plea told a very sad story of how her dog stepped on a bee.
My dog stepped on a bee.
Objection, hearsay.
Soon may the verdict come that Amber's lying out her bum. We'll drink a mega pints of rum when Johnny's free to go. Lie, lie, la 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 lie, lie, la 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 lie. The moral of this weird story is to marry a celebrity. I think that we can all agree it's a literal show. I know that it might not make sense, but it shows domestic violence is not an exclusive offense committed just by blokes. So soon may the verdict come that Amber's lying out her bum. We'll drink a mega pints of rum when Johnny's free to go. So who did lose and who did win? The jury's verdict has come in. To no surprise, it has always been the lawyers making
Jack Sparrow. So, only realized whenever that was on that Rags, what's happened? Speak to me, chum. Did the, did the sound go and is it back on again? Did the sound drop out and is it back on again? Please. Hmm. I'm going. I'm going to presume it will still have sound, and all right. I was frozen on buffering. Oh crap! Uh, that's not something I can affect at this end. I just hope that it clears up. Uh, yes, what I was going to say about the whole Amber Heard thing. It has seemed that she's living in a different reality than everyone else, and the reason for that is she's lived her life surrounded by people that are quite willing to say yes to everything she asks. Afternoon, what about you? Uh, yes, she has lived her life with everyone around her willing to just agree and go along with whatever it is she says, and it's bumping into reality and finding out that there are people in the world that won't just agree with it. We have a couple of clips that I want to show you. Uh, the first one is of her giving testimony and just getting this lined up. Uh, right. Oh, hold on. All right. Yes, I have a timestamp to go to on this. Uh, 5:42. No, that is the wrong clip. Oh, the joys of it, the joys of it. Uh, right. Sorry. Start this. Start this again. See if we can get this up. What I'm trying to show is her in her deposition in London, where she was behaving quite entirely differently to how she's been in this court case. And for some unknown reason, this link that I had looked up and got out is not looking anything like what it was last night. Hold on. Right, here we are. We've got it. Right. Apart from this is not working for me. Oh no. Right, 1 second. Just getting this all queued up. Right, I've got these actually in the wrong order, but we're just going to go with this. Right, 1 second. The show will start in a second. Share screen.
Out online that I had or was about to file, or I had already filed for divorce. I wanted
Just
him
let me
to
know is the audio
verbally.
working, people.
So I was trying to reach him through a third party to tell him. When I say reach, I'm specifically saying I would like him to know information coming from me or coming from Jerry, from me, so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
Oh shit! Wow.
Slipped up there, didn't you, Miss Heard? You let it slip out that TMZ
Slipped
had
up.
been alerted to your filing of the domestic violence restraining order, didn't you?
Slipped.
Yep. And that big thing where she grabbed her face and tried to shove the words back into her mouth was where she accidentally admitted that she had told the press before that she yes, Rakita Law is a gem. It's absolute class stuff. But again, that was Amber Heard. Go back. I'll clip this back just a second. Yep. We'll watch this again.
Telling Jerry Judge, quote, I'm desperately trying to reach Johnny. It's extremely important. Please tell him.
I remember sending the text message that is in front of me right now to Jerry. And I remember sending this because I wanted to tell Johnny or have him told by Jerry or someone who knew him or was close to him. Basically, I didn't want him to find out online that I had or was about to file, or I had already filed for divorce. I wanted him to know verbally. So I was trying to reach him through a third party to tell him. When I say reach, I'm specifically saying I would like him to know information coming from me or coming from Jerry, from me, so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
Oh shit! Wow.
Slipped up there, didn't you, Miss Heard?
She totally did fuck up there and let the cat out of the bag that she had went ahead and told the press that she was filing for divorce. Now, the other bit I'm going to try and find here is from earlier on in that deposition, just to have a look at the difference in her demeanor between the two, how she presented in one her trial in America. I seem to have lost this fucking clip. No, fuck it. Can't find it. It's going to take too long. So we'll just get on with it. And I'll afternoon in the Hunter or morning or evening, whatever it is down in that land down under. But yes, there's another bit of her deposition where she's answering questions and she's shoveling like chocolate biscuits in there, and giving absolutely no fucks about anything or anyone, as opposed to where she's been all emotional. And the other thing is that decision was taken approximately 6 years ago. And anybody that has been through a tumultuous relationship at all, or as hers was abusive, the person on the receiving end of that, they find it easier to talk about it more as time goes by, and they've recounted their story a couple of times. But she seems to be going the opposite direction, where closer to the time, she had no emotion, no care, no worry, anything. And I think part of that is she does have some genuine regret and remorse at the minute. Not about what she did, not about how she treated Johnny, but about the fact that she's finally being called out. 1 second. Nearly midnight, and you might not last so well. Linda, thanks for popping in for the length of time that you did. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Yep. So I think what's up with her is she is 1 second. I need to cough. Right. Absolutely a bunny boiler. Absolutely. And I think she is facing some genuine emotions at the minute, but it's not to do with any sorrow or regret. It's about, well, regret for getting caught and looking down the barrel of actually losing everything. Now, afternoon, Emma G, lovely, sexy, wonderful woman. I'll tell you what you missed. You missed the Captain Jack Sparrow testimony / sea shanty. But that's about all you've missed, really. But glad to have you here. I hope the kids had a good time and all's good. Yep. So she's fine. Johnny Depp has definitely won this case in the public opinion war. Yes, you did. We watched that last night. Yes, Johnny Depp has definitely won the public opinion war. I would say not long after this trial, he'll be back working and making films. What actually happens with the courtroom verdict is a totally different thing. Although I would say that by now she's pissed off the jury enough to just find everything in Johnny's favour. I don't think that they'll give him the 50 million in settlement that he's asked for, but he doesn't need that. He just needs his name cleared, and I'm pretty sure that's been achieved by now. So there we go. What we're doing next, right? We're going to Nitro Circus, and here we go. I'm just going to get. Yep. Right. Going to get Nitro Circus bummed up. I'm only going to show one jump in this. So in the chat, have a guess at what we're sending down the ramp. For any of you that were here last week. All right, Snoopy, glad to have you here. Yes, for any of you who were here last week and seeing the contraptions, we're going to do we're going to watch one contraption going down the ramp, and you can all have a go at guessing in the chat what exactly that contraption is going to be. While I get it lined up here. Here we go. Right. It would seem I've got the timestamp on this wrong. Right, 1 second. We're just about finding it now. And have a wee guess at what it's going to be. Right. Here we go. Back to StreamYard and share screen. StreamYard. Right. Anybody guessing? Right. What we've currently got up there, what we're going to be going with is a armchair. We're going with the armchair again, and what you can have a go guessing if you wish is, does he land it? Does he fall short, or does he backflip the thing? Here we go. Have a guess, and we're going to start it off about now.
A backflip on a lounge chair. Oh my God, okay. So we're just fixing the ramp because you need the ramp to be able to actually do this. If he doesn't make this rotation, then I don't know if he's going to be trying again. How you feeling, Harley?
I have to make this flip because my Achilles can't handle another couch to it. I don't know about you guys, but I think I got the best seat in the house tonight.
Yeah! He's good to go! He's going to need a good push, guys! Woo! All right, we're going to count down. 3, 2, 1!
Yep. Steve Craig's on there, backflip. No, it doesn't look dangerous at all. It's perfectly safe. Just fucking backflipping. Just backflipping the sofa. Just want to see that again. Stick a 1 on if you want to see that again, or we'll move on to the next crazy sport that I found. I'll give you a second to put a 1 on if you want a replay of that. And like I say, this is where you get. I spent my time trolling the internet, finding the crazy shit so you don't have to. Oh, there we go. 1, 1, 1. The ones have it. Get this back up. Mate, this is going to be a regular feature. I'm going to pull out one fucking bit of madness out of Nitro Circus, and there's lots of different things. There's some of the stuff that they jump that ramp with that you couldn't believe. If you want to find it for yourself, go to look up Nitro Circus. But I'm going to be putting up one once a week, and you can have a guess at what's going to be coming down the ramp. And what I'm going to do next is the other thing that I'm going to do as a regular section is I'm going to find a strange sport. And this week's strange sport is, how can I describe this? If you can imagine BMX track, right? Imagine, right, you know, where you've got 4 guys racing around a BMX track. Now, instead of that being on the flat, make it downhill. Right, so that's the sort of idea we're going for. It's downhill BMXing, only on ice with ice skates. So that's the level of madness we're going to. So I just get this lined up now. Share screen.
St. Paul. Only time will tell. About 38 seconds, I believe. Then we have the 2-time world champion, Cameron Noss. He wants to have 3. Unbelievable. This guy is an incredible talent with tons of
Audio
skill.
working?
And on the skill side, Scott Croxall. It took him a long time to get that world championship title. The monkey was off his back 1 year, and he took it, and he's been solid ever since. This is going to be a fantastic final. Here we go.
Riders ready! 5-second warning!
Explosive out of the gate. All 4 of these guys. Cameron Noss with a solid start. Scott Croxall right there with them. Here comes Marco Delago trying hard on the inside. He and Croxall get tangled up. And Croxall goes down, moving back to 3rd place. Julianello right behind Cameron Noss. He's got a very strong glider in Scott Croxall coming hard. And look at the pass by Croxall.
Noss is down.
Noss goes down. Croxall takes the
Iggy's
lead.
down.
Here comes
Croxall's
Marco
down.
Delago.
Marco
It's
comes
a
in
big
the-
battle to the finish. It's
Woo!
Marco Delago, Michael Julianello, and Scott Croxall holding his arm. It looks like he hurt himself. What an unbelievable heat that was. A major mistake by Cameron Noss cost him the win here in St. Paul as he had all this locked down and just fell over the final. That's definitely his best result ever.
Yep. Crazy sports here every week. It actually, the bit I'm going to show you now has the slow-mos of the crashes. It's good. Here we go.
Let's look at this again.
This is definitely one of the best finals ever. Noss has a great start, comes in right on shoulder to shoulder with Delago. Everybody takes the jump real clean. Look at this. Just beautiful. Now, Scotty comes into a really nice position, blocking out Marco, but Marco keeps the speed really nice over this corner, and they all kind of go down in chaos. Now it's all Iggy and Noss pushing on. From here, I thought that's the way this race was going to end. Noss and Iggy, but these guys in back don't quit.
Scott Croxall is so strong. Just a fantastic skater, and his ability to glide is just incredible.
Oh, he made an unreal comeback here. Scotty is never out of it. He's such a good skater, such a good glider, like you said. Watch him come down this final stretch, just pushing, striding the whole way. And I thought he had it, and then the chaos ensued. Let's just watch it here because it is something to behold. Now, this is where guys know they have to push hard. With this crew behind you, the dyno is the thorn in everybody's side.
Oh.
Noss catches his foot. Scotty takes it a little too far, but holds his own. Now this is where Iggy hits the boards. Scott takes it a little wide. Nas is clawing up. And then let's watch over this other hip here.
I want to see what happened to Scott, though, and Iggy goes down. Oh, yeah,
Scotty
Scott
hits
hits
the
that board
boards.
hard. And look at the excitement by the crowd. They are freaking out. One more look at it here. Scott, yeah, he just sailed a little bit wide. Iggy comes in hot on his hip. And Marco Delago.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Scott's arm got the worst of that one, his right arm. Iggy, a second place. Scott Croxall, I hope he's okay.
There we go. That's this week's Mad Sport, and I'll be trying to find another one for next week. Yeah. Emma G, all I can say about that is you first. Yep. No. I ain't no. I'll have a go at skating on like something nice and flat, but no. I'm not going to try to do some hybrid fucking BMX and ice skating madness. Yep. So that's what we'll have. That's the that's the crazy sports for today. All sorted out. And while I have the lovely Emma G in, the other thing is we're going to try to get back to doing the watching you 42 and Emma G midweek with we've both been on night shifts and all sorts of crazy shifts, and we just haven't been able to get it done. Yes. I'm sure you would pay to watch that. It would be funny. It would be a lot slower than what those guys were going as well. Slower was it? Yes. Afternoon, Jerry. What about you? Glad to have you here. Yes, well, that's a plan. I want to try and find strange and unique sports. Get everybody have a look at every week. Find something different. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. We'll try and provide something new and different. So what else do I have? Oh, we're now into the meat of it. The meat of the madness, so to speak. For the Jubilee, in their wisdom, our government have decided to turn towns into cities and give some places Steve Great, gotta take your kiddies to the park, have fun, mate, enjoy. And like I said, they're not young for long, so enjoy it while it lasts. Yes, so they have decided to turn towns into cities, give them city status and whatnot. And this was something I just couldn't ignore. I had to get into this. Hello, Sansom. Glad to have you here. What about you, Sean? Yes, I decided I need to have a word about this because the places that they're making in the cities just make no fucking sense. Bangor, County Down in Northern Ireland is becoming a city, and I think they could end up done on the Trade Description Act, because if anybody books a city break weekend away in Bangor, County Down, they'll be wondering where the fuck the city is. It's totally madness. So what I said I want to have a look at is, well, first of all, we'll go through the cities. We'll get those up first. The cities that they have decided in their wisdom to turn from towns into cities. And we're going to get this information from the BBC because they wouldn't bullshit us and tell us something that wasn't true ever, right enough. But I think we can. Yes, Banger counted out. What the fuck? That's exactly what I thought. So we'll share the screen. Get the BBC screen up. Chrome tab. Share that. Right. Sorry about that, people. 8 new cities have been named for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, with at least one in every UK nation, and on the Falkland Islands and the Isle of Man. Milton Keynes in England, Dunfermline in Scotland, Bangor in Northern Ireland, and Wrexham in Wales all get the title. It's a first place for an overseas territory, Stanley in the Falklands, and a crown dependency, Douglas in the Isle of Man, to win city status. Colchester and Doncaster complete the list, getting the royal honour. The Platinum Jubilee Civic Honours competition required applicants to show their cultural heritage and royal links, as well as how their local identity and communities meant they deserved to be granted the city status. That all sounds well and good until you actually have a look at this fucking place that they've decided it's now a city. And what do they intend to gain out of this? Well, the new cities can expect a boost to local communities. No, they can't. And the opening up of new opportunities for people who live there. No, they won't. The Cabinet Office said. It cited research that suggested previous winner Perth in Scotland saw the local economy expand by 12% in the decade it was granted city status. I'm guessing Perth actually changed because more people wanted to go and live there, because it wasn't a shithole at the end of the train line in Northern Ireland. But there you go. After it put them on the international map as a place to do business, holy fuck. They think people's going to be coming to Bangor. I'll show you Bangor in a minute. You're going to be amazed how well this place looks or doesn't. Can they be turned back into the towns after Jubilee? No, this is a one-way thing. Right. So what I wanted to have a look at is how we actually define a city and what a city should be. So we'll get a link up for that. And this link is from Learning Language Well. Here we go. Why is this all shaded? Don't know why this is in a very strange color, but it's got the information we need anyway. This is from Learning Language Well, so and vocabulary. So this should actually have a pretty good thing. In British English, we can distinguish between a city, a town, and a village or a hamlet using a historical perspective. Using this generally held historical perspective, we can see the following distinctions between cities, towns, villages, and hamlets. Sounds. A city has a cathedral or a university or both. A town has a market. A village doesn't have a cathedral or a market, but will have a church. And the hamlet is very small with only a handful of houses and usually doesn't have any shops or other services. It would be unusual for it to have a church, but occasionally they do. So remember this: city, cathedral, university, or both. That's also a lot of places go with would go with a lot of places would go with a population breakdown and whatnot for uh, to define a city. Now, the other thing I would be looking for in a city would probably be, I don't know, if you're on the coast, a port where you could dock boats and bring in goods or people. Does that sound fair enough? Which Bangor sort of has a port. I think I'll be able to get a picture of Bangor County down at the city's port. So I'm going to have a look at that. Share screen. Right, just find this. Yes. There we go. There is the port and bang. Oh, fuck. It's a marina. No, you're not bringing in any cargo ships there. That's not going to work for that. No, that ain't going to work for bringing in cotton or coal or anything. That's their marina, which is probably the best thing in fucking Bangor. That's where it tops out. And the majority of the people in Bangor don't have anything to do with this because it's way lower price. Like, we'll take that out. We'll have a look at the city of Bangor's. What would you call this? Their we'll have a look at their seafront. Their the business. The where all their commerce and business is. So we're going to have a look at that. Share screen. There we go. This is the seafront promenade where you would go and get your chips and enter the amusements and do all of that stuff. I would like to draw your attention to these paintings in these doorways. That's where they have painted stuff on there to try and make it look like those businesses didn't all close 10 to 15 years ago. Absolutely nothing going on there. Not a thing. Yeah, oh, I haven't even noticed that. Yes, with an excellent bit of bench here. Yep, absolute cracking bench. You, I suppose homeless people won't be sleeping in that one because there's a big hole in the middle where you would be lying down. And the empty businesses, I'm sure that because they have changed the name of that from a town to a city, the people are just going to flood right in there. They'll be all over it like tramps and sandwiches. The other thing I would expect in a city is also probably an airport. Well, I suppose from the nice city centre of Bangor, we'd have an airport about 13 mile away, 13, 14 mile, you would think, living in a city. Yeah, you can expect to travel 13, 14 mile because cities cover a wide geographic area. But no, that's 13 miles away from Bangor and actually in Belfast. Yes, Newton Arch has an airport. Yes, I'll get. But Newton Arch does have an airport. It's not quite in Bangor. It's the next town over. We'll get a picture up of the Newton Arch airport. I think I can manage that. If I go into here, get a new tab. We're doing this live. We're finding Newton Arch airport. And we're looking for images. Actually, I think if we put this into a take a quick screenshot, and if I pop that up, that's not really going to work. Right, 1 second. See, we'll just show the search page. We will just do it via the search page. That'll work okay. Share screen. Share tab. Yep, there we go. Here are some pictures of Newton Arch Airport. Yep, there we go. We're seeing that. This is Newton Arch Airport with your little Cessnas and stuff. I'll try and get a larger picture of that up. I stop that screen. Yep, there we go. That's the type of yard. You're not getting the DC-10 under there or DC-9. I'll say that's 5 mile up the road, or there we go in the next town over. This is the standard of a city when I got. It's making absolutely zero sense to me. And as Emma G said earlier, anybody that turns up there expecting a city is going to be very, very disappointed. And the other thing is, say, for sake of argument, you're working on sociable hours, because that's the sort of thing that happens in a city, and you're not getting home till it looks like the airport the Muslim Brotherhood would train at. It sounds about right. You're not getting home from work until 11, 12 o'clock at night, and you need to go out and get bread and eggs and stuff. Yeah, you're not doing that in Bangor, because that big city doesn't have shops open past 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we'll get some basic information up about. I'm going to clear off some of these tabs, and I'm just going to do this via probably Wikipedia, but I'm going to get some basic information up about each of these cities. So You're not live, so it'll take a minute for this search result to come out. Bangor County Down Wikipedia. That'll do. For the record, I do not trust Wikipedia as a source generally, but I don't think they're going to be too far off with the basic idea of what the cities are like. So we will work off that. Bangor County Down Wikipedia. There we go. Right. There we go. Population 61,000. From the 2011 census. No, I think you'll find that's a whole fucking county that they're talking about. There could not be 61,000 people living there. I think we're being bullshitted a bit. That's for the whole county down. 61,000 people in the whole county. Can we get anything about 20th century and present? The interwar period, early 20th century, saw the development of the tonic cinema, Picky Pool, and Copperini's Ballroom. Picky Pool's closed. All three were among the foremost type in Ireland, although they no longer exist. Yep, there we go. The interwar period of the early 20th century saw the development of the tonic cinema, Picky Pool, and Capori's Ballroom. All three were among the foremost of their type in Ireland, although they no longer exist. This is a type of commerce that's going on. We're so busy we can't even keep a fucking kids' play pool open. At 1970s. The Troubles. Oh. We'll have a look at this. On Census Day, 27 March 2011, there were 61,911 people living in Bangor, accounting for 3.37% of the NI total. Of those, 18.83% were aged under 16 years and 17.40% were aged 65 and older. 52.14% of the usually resident population were female. The other 47% were male. Fuck, there's a thing. We seem to be out of all the other genders. We've only got two here. This can't be right. 74.84 belong or were brought up in a Protestant and other Christian, including Christian religion, and 11.99 belong or were brought up in the Catholic Christian faith. 72% indicated that they had a British national identity. 32.93 had a Northern Irish national identity, and 8.5 had an Irish national identity. Respondents could indicate more than one national identity. Yes, that's the other thing about how fucked up our system is in Northern Ireland. Whenever it asks you for your national identity, you're given a bunch of boxes and you take as many years for them as you want. It's absolute fucking bullshit because one national identity will quite naturally preclude all others. 41 years was the average medium age of the population. 7.94 had some knowledge of Ulster Scots, and 2.72 had some knowledge of Leprechaun. And this, my friends, is what apparently constitutes a silly. "42 got to go, Piv." Oh, right. Yes. Emma's off to pick up her new glasses. Hope all goes well, and thanks for dropping in, and I'll talk to you later, lovely. Okay. Ragnar saying, "It was great when I was a kid, half my family over there, but it's not a silly." Yes, Rags, I know I'm picking on Bangor and putting it down a bit. The people aren't really, honestly, that bad, but I wouldn't be picking on it. The problem is, it's not a silly. It should never have been designated a silly. So, with that, I'm going to have a look at some of the other cities that we have just suddenly developed. So, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. So with that, I'm going to have a look at Douglas Isle of Man and see, because I have a feeling that's not much any larger than Bangor. Right, there we go. We've got it in. We are doing the searching. Douglas Isle of Man, Wikipedia. Boom, we're in. StreamYard. Share screen. Right. We'll have a quick look at this. And let's see, if we scroll down, population 27,938. That's not even a football stadium. Let's have a look if we can try and find growth and development. Demography. The Isle of Man census 2011 listed population of Douglas at 27,000, increased from a population of 25,000 in 2001. The town has 33.0% of the island's total population. Well, actually, Douglas might have a point here, because if you're on an island and you've got a third of the island's population, you're obviously the biggest thing on that island. Now, I don't know, does it have the other things that would make it a city? You know, like a cathedral, a university, a thriving commerce, some form of industry. what we do know that it has that Bangor doesn't have is we know it's got a port where you can at least get off the boat, because you can get a boat from Northern Ireland or Great Britain to the Isle of Man. I think it's even actually got an airport you can fly to, unlike Bangor. But I think with those numbers, I don't think it's really a city. Education, landmarks, commerce, industry. We've got geography, climate, demography, governance, transport, education, landmark. No, we're not. We're not seeing any industry, any commerce. I'm going to guess that most of their commerce would be derived from holiday makers. And it has something Titanic iconic about it, because it does have the Isle of Man TT race, which I'm guessing would probably provide the bulk of its income, and it lives off the whole island basically lives off what happens there. And my personal opinion and what I'm giving this one is not a city. Isle of Man has a prison population too. Yeah, that's what broken. That's what I'm saying. It's got more. There's more to it than just the actual size. A cathedral's one of the big things. Yeah, there's more to it than just the amount of people, but you've got a cathedral. I'm going to also guess that you have got train links or bus links that go both ways in and out of your city from more than one direction. Whereas like a Bangor, the train line stops there. The best thing about Bangor is the fucking Belfast Road out. You know, and some form of commerce or industry or whatever in order to sustain it. So I'm giving Douglas the I'm going to cautiously call that not a city. Where I'm going to go to next is Stanley in the Falkland Islands. Right. Let's see, are we getting anything in that? Stanley Falkland Islands. Is there a Wikipedia for it? Yes, we have Wikipedia for Stanley. Stay tuned. Here it comes. Right, here we go. We're going to have a look at Stanley. Share screen. Chrome tab. Stanley Falkland Islands. Here we go. Where do we go? Straight to the demographics. Oh, holy fuck. Oh, holy good fuck. This is a city. Area total 2.5 kilometers. 2.5 kilometers. You're calling that a city? That does not compute. That is, yeah. There's football grounds larger. I shit you not. The the Olympic football ground in Berlin covers about fucking 4 times that amount of land. Population of 2016, 2,460 people. I'm sorry, you cannot be calling this a fucking city. That's just ridiculous. That's just on the face of it, that is not a city. There's people with fucking shades bigger than that. What have we got here? Facilities and infrastructure. Yes, the facilities and infrastructure. Let's have a look at that. Stanley is the main shopping centre on the island and the hub of East Falklands Road Network. Attractions include Falkland Islands Museum, Government House, built in 1845, home of the Governor and the Falkland Islands, and a golf course. Oh, here, hold on, it's got a golf course. Bangor, County Down's only got pitch and putt. So we might be onto something here with a golf course, as well as a whalebone arch, a totem pole. A totem pole. When did the fucking Inuits or Apaches or Cherokees or Crow get down there to throw up a totem pole? This is getting weirder and weirder. Several war memorials and the shipwrecks in its harbour. Apparently the war did about fucking £3 million worth of improvements. The Falkland Islands Company owns several shops. Stanley has 4 pubs, 11 hotels. Could we have more hotels in Bangor, County Down, and guest houses, 3 restaurants, a fish and chip shop, the main tourist office, 3 churches, including an Anglican church. Oh, cathedral alert. Anglican Christ Church Cathedral. And the southernmost Anglican cathedral in the world, and a Roman Catholic St. Mary's Church. A bomb put my teeth back in. A bomb disposal unit in the town as a legacy of the Falklands War. All right, so they're still making secure bombs from 40 years ago. It sounds like they've been all over that, like a yes. Oh my god. Oh, holy good fuck. The town hall serves as the post office, pathetic bureau, law court, and dance hall. The police station also contains the island's only prison with a capacity of 13 in the cells. To be fair, I like the idea of the police station containing the jail. You get arrested in the jail and take you over to court, get you served, find out while you're doing an investigation, find out if you're guilty or innocent, and either put you back in the cell or kick you out again. But I don't like having a post office, a law court, and a dance hall in the one building. I'm not down with that. I think they should be. I think the law court should have it like its own place. You know, it shouldn't be a dance hall at night. What happens if a trial runs over and people around fucking boogieing? People, I'm going to have to go with not a city. It has got a cathedral, but no, 2.5 kilometers and a population of under 3,000 people. I can't be calling that a city. I'm not there, mate. Broken Silence, I'm not sure. Yeah, I totally get you at. It's a question of stature. Has a cathedral, national. Well, Stanley does have historical significance. That's where the Argentinians finally surrendered. I don't know. To be fair, I'm happier with both Douglas and Stanley than I am with Bangor County Down, in that they're both the largest places on the island, and Stanley more so than Douglas on the basis that it's got a cathedral, which is one of the things that you would expect in a city. I don't know. We're going to put a pin in this and we'll leave it at the end and we'll have a vote whether we think Stanley is a city. We have to be specific about naming conventions, though, and not make weird exceptions. This is true. There needs to be some sort of structure to this. With the thing we look through at the start, a city has infrastructure, historical significance, a cathedral, and we're a university. Yes, thanks, Steve. If you could all hit the like. Also, if you just want to hit the subscribe, so you can, if you're enjoying this madness, you might want to find your way back here. Resisting the Lies, glad to have you in, chum. From when I was school, we were taught that there was essentially a tick box to becoming a city. Does it have a hospital exact? Yes, hospital will be another thing. That's where I would be at. I'm agreeing with you on that one, Resisting the Lies. I think because of I don't know. Well, here's the other question. Do people really go out and ask the people in Stanley or Douglas, did they want to become a city, or were they sort of cajoled into it, or did they not care either way? And to possibly do the people that's living there think it's quite laughable that they've been given city status? Because I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think Stanley really classifies as a city. I don't. I need to go back to. I'm going to stop at screen share. And what I want to do is go back to my list and see where were these other two cities. I need to look that up again real quick. Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes, I believe, is a bit of a weird place, but we're going to look that up anyway. So we'll have a quick look at Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes Wikipedia. Here we go. Right, back to StreamYard. Share that screen. Right, here we go. Oh, we should have checked that in Bangor. Right, area 89 square kilometers. That's actually quite a good size. Population 230,000, say, from the 2011 census. And as with everywhere else, we've seen that go up since that. Founded 23rd of January 1967, so it's recently new. And let's see what else we've got on here. What else could we look at? Birth, new city name, prior history. Parks, forest, center, origins, towns and villages, schools, universities and colleges. Here we go. The Open University's headquarters are in Walton Hall district, although because this is a distance learning institution, the only student residents on campus are approximately 200 full-time postgraduates. Cornfield University, an all postgraduate institution is on nearby Cornfield, Bedfordshire. Milton Keynes College provides further education up to foundational degree level. A campus on University of Bedfordshire provides some itinerary education facilities locally. As of 2020, Milton Keynes is UK's largest population centre without its own conventional university. A shortfall that the council aims to rectify. In January 2019, the council and its partner, Cornfield University, invited proposals to design a campus near to the central station of a new university codenamed MKU. Oh, this is getting dangerously close to MK Ultra, which is the first I've actually thought about this. Though Milton Keynes University Hospital, the city also has links to the University of Buckingham's Medical School. So RP, what about you? Glad to have you here. I don't know if I can agree with that. You can't just be, cities have a definition. I think Milton Keynes, we're close to hitting the university aspect of it. I would say between everything you've got there, and you've also got a hospital. So there's that. Art, cinema, theatre, museums. Right. The Municipal Public Art Gallery, MK Gallery. This is actually starting to sound a bit weird. All this MK stuff is remind me too much of MK Ultra. Right. The Municipal Public Art Gallery, MK Gallery, presents free exhibitions of international contemporary art, and the gallery was extended and remodeled in 2018-19 to include an art house cinema. There are also multiplex cinemas, one in CMK and one in Durban. There are 3 museums in the Bletchley Park complex. Right, right there, Bletchley Park, we're into historical significance. Complex which houses the Museum of Wartime Cryptography, the National Museum of Computing, adjacent to Bletchley Park, with 3 separate entrances, which includes a working replica of the Colossus computer. We've got the MK Dons playing out of there, which used to be Wimbledon. Milton Keynes' professional teams in football, MK Dons FC at Stadium MK. There's a bit of overuse of the MK thing in this for me, but we'll just have to go with it. In ice hockey, Milton Keynes Lightning, a Planet Ice Milton Keynes, and in Formula One, Red Bull Racing. Infrastructure. Milton Keynes University Hospital. An NHS General Hospital with Accident and Emergency Unit is an associate of the medical teaching purposes of the University of Buckingham Medical School. There are 2 small private hospitals, BMI Healthcare, Sutton Salix, and Ramsey Healthcare. Prison. There's a Category A male prison, HMP Woodhill, on the western boundary. A section of the prison is a young offenders institution. So far, Milton Keynes has been the one that I am so far happiest with. Say Maverick, the best thing about Milton Keynes is it only takes 8 minutes to drive through it. Well, there is that. Arpo, what are you blaming NASA on? Is it the MK Ultra stuff? Might explain why there are 7 cities in Scotland. I'm going up your neck of the woods now. There was a Scottish city involved in all of this. So we're going to have a look at the Scottish one now. But so far out of all of these, Milton Keynes, I would be quite happy with. Stephen Campbell, are you a conspiracy theorist? I think the people you were calling conspiracy theorists are now better known as fortune tellers because we keep on turning out to be correct. Where was it? Right, I'm going to take that down. Need to get back to our list of cities. Where was the Scottish one? Dunfermline. Yes, you Scottish people have now got the city of Dunfermline. We're about to go have a duke at that and see what is going on there. Oh, first search result is pure gym. So there's a gymnasium on it, if nothing else. Where's your Wikipedia Dunfermline? There we go. Right, share the screen out. Chrome tab, Dunfermline, share. Right, come see that? We can. Well, as good as we can. That happened yesterday, chum. There was 6 cities. There was a bunch of towns were turned into cities to celebrate the Jubilee. And that's why I'm going through it in this stream to have a quick look on the Duke and make sort of a estimation of whether or not it was a wise move or they should class as cities. And so far, Milton Keynes is the only one that I'm thinking really should be a city. Bangor, Northern Ireland, definitely no. Douglas, Isle of Man, I don't think it's a city. I think you could call it the capital town of the Isle of Man, and pretty much the same as Stanley. I don't think they're. I think that if you wrap up in any of those 3 places on a city break, you're going to be left looking for where the actual city is. Milton Keynes, I'm quite happy with. I would call that. I'd be happy enough with that being called a city. 1 second, I just got a wee little drink because my throat's getting dry. Dunfermline area, 7.7 square mile, 18.3 kilometers. That's a decent size. Population, 58,508. It's a large football stadium. And in a sparsely populated part of Scotland, that is a bunch of people. Well, it's 13 miles away from Edinburgh, which is a city. Of it has to be a city. Couldn't be anything else. And 341 miles from London. So let's have. There's more listed on this than there has been on most of the other ones. Landmarks and notable buildings. Oh, it's got an abbey. The category A listed Dunfermline Abbey on the Kirkgate is one of the best examples of Scots normal Masonic architecture. The abbey built between 1128 and 1150 under David Ale was reconstructed in the Benedictine chapel dedicated to the Holy Trinity, founded by his mother, Queen Margaret. Despite much of the Masonic buildings being destroyed by troops of Edward I in 1303, there are substantial remains of the lore stories of the dermatology and the treat. The save the shit house. You couldn't make this up. What part will save the shit house? On the east side, so it's got an abbey. A war memorial. The main Dunfermline War Memorial on Monastery Street was unveiled by the Lord Lieutenant Fife Sir Ralph Annister in 1925. A second War Memorial and Garden of Remembrance were added in 1958 on the site, assumed to have been home of the airplanes of the monastery. Assumed to be home of the airplanes of the monastery. why is the monastery having the memorial lists 632 of those killed in the First World War and another 275 in the Second World War? Right, so having an abbey, similar to a cathedral, I would say. So let's get back to what else we have. Right. History, geography, economy. Let's see. Can I get this bigged up? Right. You aren't going to see this on your screen, but I'm just going to read some of this stuff here. If I can get it a bit larger on my screen. Primary industry, employment, it's not saying what the primary industry is. Actually, looks like finance and professional. 25% of those employed were employed in finance and professional. So there is that. Education and health coming at 21%. So there is that. Cathedral, mud hut, RPA, mud hut. Here's a look here. I just got the mute button on time before I coughed. To be a city now, you need a few mosques, not a cathedral. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem that we're getting so many of those. From about the 15th century, coal and limestone had been extracted in the area around Dunfermline at first a very small, localized scale. As the agricultural revolution gathered place and the demand for lime for improving land increased, the requirement for coal to burn it. Salt palming too required coal in large quantities. In the early outcrops in the year Firth, the Firth of Forth became exhausted, forcing the extraction to take place further inland. Many of the sites were within the present day city. Right, now that's the old economy. Right, key local employers include Best Western, which is a hotel, Sky UK, home entertainment and communications, CR Smith's window manufacturing, FMC Technologies, offshore energy, Lloyd's nationwide from the financial sector, online retailer Amazon opened a 93,000 square meter warehouse. So Amazon's employing some people. So we are having commerce going on, and that shopping centre actually looks a bit tasty. It's quite large, looks like something you would expect to find in a modern city. And what the hell? Oh, we can get a nice picture of the abbey up. Ha! Mr. Ragnar Ironspar, remind me to come back to that. It might actually be for a different stream. But turns out we were. There was a consultation document put out, and there has been pretty much every 5 years about our immigration policy. That's the government fucking asking us. Now, what we didn't do, and I'm guilty of this as well, is we didn't turn up to answer the fucking consultation and give the government our thoughts on the matter. But the fact that we haven't been doing that is as much on us and anybody else. And anybody that's saying we were never asked, we just didn't fucking answer. And it's time we started doing that. And breathe. There we go. But yes, we'll come back to that. And I was having a look at some other things, and I was looking up a consultation document, and there is a policy on immigration which changes or is renewed every 5 years. But right, okay, rant over. By the way, as the people that if you live in the UK, you were, because the United Kingdom brings out an immigration policy pretty much every 5 years. And every 5 years, whenever they're doing that, they put out a document called the public consultation document. And everybody in the country has the ability to look that up, listen to the proposal for the policy, and put their 2 pence worth in and reply to it. And if they were getting hundreds of thousands of replies that were saying totally shut down immigration, we don't want even controlled immigration, we want a pause on it, then the government would have to start listening. But we don't do that. Right, I'm not going to get on that, get myself into trouble. Oh, in other news, right, sorry, you're American, Steve Campbell. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how everything works in America. I don't think they'll do the public consultation documents the way we do. Although what I will say is that I only found out about public consultations because I became interested in issues about domestic abuse, and that's how I ended up in it. And I sort of fell into it whenever I went and complained to the Justice Department. It so happened that they were doing a public consultation at that time. I had a pure fluke. Whenever I went to complain about it, they said that, by the way, there's this you can fill in, because I hit that comes around every 5 years now, and I would do a response to it every 5 years. Right. Now, back to Dunfermline. Sports. Dunfermline, right, you have a professional football team, a professional rugby team, a cricket team. Dunfermline Athletic play their games in East End Park in the Scottish Championship. So we'll have that. Do we have a university? Dunfermline has 4 secondary schools, and 14 primary schools. Other education facilities include the private school at Kazan ASN School for children with learning difficulties and complex health needs. Dunfermline High School is the oldest secondary school in the town. Do we have a university? We have a college. Further education is provided by Fife College. It was founded by Lauder Technical School in 1899 and was funded by Andrew Carnegie, who named it after his uncle George Lauder. He has been campaigning for free technical education. A textile school founded in 1910 was also founded by Carnegie. Later merged with the technical school in 1927. The school became known as the Technical College in 1951, when the name was shortened to Lauder College in the 20th century, became Carnegie College in 2007. The Carnegie became part of Fife College and the Dunfermline Business Centre. This is quite strange because we are going through a period where we're very funny about the names of historical figures and schools being attached to them and all sorts of trouble all cracking out. But Carnegie, who I believe by all intents and were quite on the left, they're trying to promote that name. They're making it more public. That's quite strange. 1 second. Now, what we're looking for would be transport. We have a bus terminal, 2 railway stations, a Queen Margaret Hospital. We have a hospital. I don't know. I'm going to say I don't. I'm going to throw this one out to EMR and the others. EMR and resisting the lies. What do you two guys reckon? Do you reckon Dunfermline should be as a city? Did you sneak in and out without me seeing? Yes. Resisting the lies? No. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna mark that down as a no. Not a chance. Okay, I'm gonna go with a no in support of my Scottish brethren. That's all good. So we've got so far we've got one that we might consider a city. What's that leave us to look up? Right. Wrexham. Wrexham near Kilsham. We'll have a look at Wrexham and see where we reckon it's worthy of city status. Hotels in Wrexham. Best place. Wrexham Wikipedia. We're in. And go to StreamYards. Oh, we've got a dono coming in there. Right. Let's have a look at Wrexham and see do we think that this is worthy of a city status. There we go. Got the screen up. Wrexham Wikipedia. Right. This one is not actually giving us a size in feet and inches. Right. So we have a population of 65,882. I'm going to guess again that that's of the 2011 census. So we're into, in terms of people, we've got a large football stadium. What else do we have? Oh, it's got a medieval history, so we've got historical significance coming in there. Public services. City status. Wrexham has applied for city status 3 times since the turn of the 21st century, in competitions to mark the new millennium for both the Queen's Golden and Diamond Jubilees. In March 2012, it was announced that Wrexham had missed out on city status as a community of St Asaph, which was previously a city, was granted city status. In 2021, Wrexham Council announced their intention to apply for a 4th time for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee Award. Right, so the council have been pushing for this consistently over a long period of time. They do say that the Lord loves a trier. The question is, are Wrexham Town Council, now City Council, very fucking trying? So if we go back up, what are we looking for? We're looking for right. Early history, medieval, late history, public areas, city status, town centre, attractions, venues, shopping, finance, industries. Wrexham Industrial Estate is one of the largest industrial areas in Europe. It is home to over 340 businesses, creating employment for over 10,000 people. Creating employment, 10,000 people. Let's just have a really honest think about this. Wrexham Industrial Estate, one of the largest industrial areas in Europe. It is home to over 340 businesses, creating employment for over 10,000 people. The estate currently extends over 550 hectares as home to major manufacturing business, a range of sectors, including automotive, aerospace, food, pharmaceutical, and engineering. If 10,000 people being employed is one of the largest industrial places in Europe, Europe is fucked, because there was more people not employed in the Belfast shipyard at one point, and there's still more people not employed in one shipyard in Korea. That is not good. If we're relying on one industrial estate with 10,000 people, I would say their industry is poor or low level. Thanks, thanks, Marzipan. There we go. So far, I'm not thinking culture, visual arts, music, media. Oh, cathedral alert! Cathedral alert! St Mary's Cathedral, the Roman Catholic Cathedral of Our Lady of Sorrows in Regent Street, is the main church of the diocese of Wrexham, which extends over all of North Wales. Built in 1857 at the height of the Gothic revival, the cathedral was home to the Bishop of Medina from 1898 until 1987, whose diocese covered all of Wales. However, in 1987, the Roman Catholic province of Wales was restricted, since which time the cathedral has been home to the Bishop of Wrexham. The cathedral is also home to the relic of St. Richard Gwyn, Wrexham's patron saint. Oh, it's got a patron saint of its own. He was a Roman Catholic martyr in the 16th century and was hung, drawn, and quartered. I think you're in right there. I think if you're hanging, drawn, and quartering people in your town centre, you get to be a city. I think that's this Wrexham's bit of Wrexham's beast. It had a beast market. He was canonized by Pope Paul the Sixth, I believe that Roman numeral is. It's a phi, then an I. And he was canonized in 1870. So your patron saint, unlike Patrick, patron saint of Ireland, was actually canonized and a genuine saint. This is all looking on the up. The current dean of the cathedral is Do you know what, people? I think I'm going to say that I'm pretty much okay. I'm going to say that I'm pretty much okay with Wrexham becoming a city, on the grounds that they have been trying for quite some time. Yes, they've done that in the beast markets. They probably got the beasts that were there to, just go 4 different directions, take them apart. They've been trying to be a city for quite some time. They have they've got a cathedral. Yeah, Samson, that's what I'm saying. Now, to be fair, everything and more than everything I know about Wrexham, you can take off that Wikipedia page. But based off that, I think that if you were to arrive in Wrexham, and somebody just tell you it was a city, you wouldn't be confused. I think it would have everything that you'd be looking for in a city. Maybe a small city, but I reckon that's a fair one. I'm going to give Wrexham the nod for that. I'm going to agree with that one. So Wrexham and Milton Keynes, the rest of them, I'm going to give a no. Nah. So we've done England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Falkland Islands, and Isle of Man. So right, the other two on this list are Colchester and Doncaster. I'm going to have a quick look at Doncaster, and this is going to be a very quick run through. Is Barbados still a colony? That's something I don't quite know, Honey Monster, but my guess is no. I'm about to find out. Uh, nah. Let's see if I can get this to come up as it is. Right, hold on. Yep, too many efforts. I can't get up on the screen, but what I'm getting here is it wasn't until last year. Is the what I'm reading off the internet here? It's quitting being a colony. It was until last year. It's no longer a colony. Right. Where was I? Doncaster. Doncaster Wikipedia. Here we go. No. Yes, it was Jamaica had the bobsleigh team. Share screen. There we go. Get Doncaster up. Going to have a really quick squint at this. Right. Oh, well, this is a very up-to-date Wikipedia page because it's saying it's a successful city in 2022. No. Area 219.3 square mile of town with a further 16.8 urban. Population. This population is from mid 2019. Town and urban are both saying 158, so I'm thinking that they've just put in the same number for both. They don't have exactly the same amount of people in the town and the urban. So I'll go with 158. That's a large quantity of people. It's got a Roman history. So it goes back to Roman times. It's of historic interest. We've got that. Roman, medieval, modern. Human geography, top, conservation, climate, demography, economy. An economy, we've got distribution centers, regeneration, green crop, confectionery, coal industrial expansion, tractor production, theatre, cinema, nightlife, transport, road, air, Doncaster is a European hub with a new international airport. We've got an airport. Important railway town with a station on the east coast, and I'm going to say that this probably has trains that go both ways in and out of it. It's not just end of a line place. It's got bus. So now, what we're looking for is a university. Do we have education? Education. Nope. Nature Reserves, Green Belt. I'm not seeing much sign of a university or a cathedral. Now, we'll try this. Right, I'm just searching Doncaster Cathedral. See where that takes us. Uh, yeah. Oh, it does have a mosque. It's got a church, but not a cathedral. I'm going to check university. All right. 1 second, people. Remove that. Yeah. That's put me off at becoming a city right enough. Honestly, that has put me right off the notion of it. To be fair, share screen. I want to look at the Chrome tab. Right. Accept those cookies. Courses at Doncaster College and University Centre. Let's go English. See what courses we can actually do here. English access to higher English GCSE. Bachelor of Arts. We're going to call this a functional university. That is that you're possible of, but to be totally honest with you, I don't think that it is. Yeah, I'm not happy with Doncaster becoming. Just drop the window pane. Fuck it. Evening, a little more interesting. Did it turn into a good jigsaw puzzle? Yeah, no, the picture on it looked like one of them fucking glass monstrosities. I'm gonna go with I'm thinking Doncaster has no business being a city. That's pretty much it. So, out of all the places we looked at, we were thinking what Milton Keynes, Wrexham. Yes, and the rest of them were a no. With that being said, it will be a jigsaw puzzle. Right, that being said, people, it has been absolutely lovely. Thank you all for coming along. I'm going to key up some music and get myself out of here. Thanks. I'd like to thank everybody that came along, watched, hit the like button, took part in the chat. Right, sorry, 1 second. I'm just finding something to leave off with. Right, we're searching. Here we go. Right. Right, hold on. Yes. I'd like to thank everybody for coming along, joining on the chat, hitting the like, subscribing, and I hope you all enjoyed and come back later. And with that, I'm going to get you all some music. I'll put your names up on the screens. And give me a audio check, please, whenever I start this.
Your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready.
We all good? Yeah, our have been. This has been on for. You're going to have to get the rest of it and catch up, and hopefully this one will actually stay up. The last one, the one I did last week, the one I did last week, which was mostly about Friday the 13th and all that stuff. YouTube put it on the private and locked it on private, and I have no choice about fucking taking it off again. So hopefully that stays. Anyway, here we go. Bit of music. Rock out.
Hey, I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. My children aren't going hungry. I'll do it. I'll drink your blood. And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like size it up, gonna haul him up, back chain. Chop his ass up, size it up, gonna haul him up, back chain. Chop, 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 chop. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I'll barbecue your ass flat. I will cook your ass up so fast. I'll tell them, oh, I killed a cow out back, baby. You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I swear to God, it's the last thing I do. I'm going to get my hands around your throat.
Right, everybody. Thanks very much. Really enjoyed today. Hope you all come back again. And that's me. I'm out of here. Go on. Bye-bye.